All right. A little bit of technical difficulties to start off, but welcome to our live stream, Morrison's Outdoor Adventures. My name's Mike. This is my awesome wife, Sarah. We're working with a new software where it streams to multiple platforms, trying to figure that out. And we're outdoor people. We're not technological people. But welcome.
Happy 2024.
Yeah, happy 2024. So we used to do these live streams when we first started our business. We did them on Facebook, and they did very well. We really enjoyed doing them, and we continued them for a long time. So we kind of want to start that back. And we also want to give everyone kind of something to look forward to in the middle of the week, waiting on the weekend to get here. And it's a good, easy way for us to share some information, right? So what's going to kind of be the layout for the off-road essentials? We call it off-road essentials because these are going to be short, quick, 1 hour, 45-minute to 1 hour every Wednesday night segments where we do some instruction. And it's going to be different topics and stuff that we don't normally get into in our class maybe. Or little snippets and stuff from class. So we're gonna start doing those. In the beginning here, I can't promise that there will be a whole lot of rhyme or reason to the topics and stuff that we cover. But if you guys out there are interested in different topics or there's things that you want to learn about, best thing to do is send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, or an email, text, whatever works, smoke signals. But
they can comment too, right?
Yeah, you can comment too. But send us that information, and we'll do what we can. If it's not necessarily something that we feel like we can speak in an educated way about, then we will do our best to bring in some type of subject matter expert. Whether it be something about electronics, like solar and stuff like that, in your vehicle. Then maybe we'll bring in somebody like Red Arc or somebody like that can help us out. But some of the other stuff, when we talk about some snippets about recovery, field expedient repair, driving mechanics, vehicle upfitting, stuff like that, obviously that'll kind of be stuff that we cover. Also, with every live stream, we're going to try our best to do kind of a product of a week. One thing we've noticed is a lot of our customers are asking us about things that we use. We spend a lot of time camping off grid, so a lot of the products we use are kind of tried and tested, and we feel comfortable with them. So we're going to do our best every week to kind of share a product of a week and kind of the best place to go get that product at, right?
Don't we camp every night?
We camp every night. But this first live stream that we're going to kind of go through, this is just an introduction to us. We realized, this is going out on the intranets, right? The book face and the tube views and all that good stuff. So we want to make sure that we are kind of introducing ourselves so everybody knows a little bit about us. So as I said at the beginning of the stream, my name's Mike Morrison. My wife, Sarah here. We started our business, Morrison's Outdoor Adventures, about
2020. February 2020.
February of 2020. But I've been doing four-wheel drive training for about 11 years now. Military groups, recreational groups, and commercial groups, all in technical off-road driving, recovery, field expedient repair, trip planning, guiding trips, as well as guiding trail rides and stuff like that. So that's kind of our background. We carry some certifications to go along with that. I've got a comment here. Hey, Bruce. And feel free to comment, guys. Hopefully this new software is going to do like we want, where it will show us the comments popping up from all the different areas. But hey, James. But we carry some other certifications to go along with that. I carry a wilderness first aid certification to go along for our kind of off-grid travels and stuff like that. But the biggest one that I carry is through the International Four-Wheel Drive Trainers Association. And I get a lot of questions about what that is. We call it or the I4WDTA for short acronym, but it's the International Four-Wheel Drive Trainers Association. What that is it is a group of trainers that have gone through what they call a TFC, a testing for certification. It is an intense 5-day process where they are tested throughout the entire ordeal. And at the end of that, they can either pass, fail, or go on probation. I got certified about 10 years ago. Scott Fields pushed me to get certified. It's a great organization, and they really truly are international. They're all over the world, everywhere from Australia, Germany, and India to all over the U.S. Right? So we have trainers all over the place. And the great thing about it is all of these trainers have gone through a process, and they've been vetted so that their material is good, their teaching is good, and people can go out with them and know that they feel comfortable. I've thrown up a QR code there in the corner. If you are interested, maybe you're not close to us, you're maybe somewhere else in the U.S. or somewhere we don't service, but go to the website and you can find a certified trainer in your area. Tons of great trainers out there. Like Joey Pitts down in Texas, Kurt Williams out in Utah, Bill Burke out of Colorado, Chris Cole in New Mexico, just to name a few. But there's well over 100 trainers, so I can never name them all. Hey Norm, hey Kevin, Will, Gene, how's it going? So yeah, if you're not necessarily in our area or you're not close to one of our classes, definitely search out one of those trainers. And chances are they offer some type of training, whether it be recovery, driving, whatever it may be. So those are kind of certification, as well as some other ones. I carry Safe Extract certification for teaching a Safe Extract recovery system, as well as several record recovery certifications. So outside of that, we started our business so that we can teach you guys and make you guys feel comfortable in getting off-road and getting outdoors, using your vehicles to explore the outdoors, right? But do it in a safe manner. Do it so that you can feel comfortable with your expensive vehicle that you've invested not only money in buying that vehicle, but also modifying it, keeping that vehicle safe and keeping your family safe. One of the big reasons we kind of started our path, which I'll talk about in a minute, was because we wanted to kind of bring families together, and we feel like the outdoors does that. It's certainly helped for our family. So when we actually started our business, for those of you that don't know, we sold our house that we've been living in for 5-6 years, somewhere around there, maybe more.
I think it was
7 years, but we sold our house and moved
everything in it.
and moved our 2 boys, our 2 dogs, and both of us into a camper. And we decided we were going to travel and do our classes, and we were going to go all over the U.S. Unfortunately, plans are not always work out. So right when we started our business, COVID hit. So that made it incredibly hard to travel. So we kind of had to back up and punt a little bit. A lot of you probably met us in North Carolina. Recently, this past July, we moved to Kentucky. It sort of makes us more centralized where we kind of operate. We wanted to spread out now that travel has opened up so that we can offer classes more around the East Coast, right? That's kind of our main area that we kind of work out of. So now we offer classes in Kentucky and Tennessee, North Carolina. We're looking to expand that a little further and be able to offer something kind of in around these areas so that people have a better chance of coming to those classes. What kind of classes do we offer though? So we have group classes like the one coming up on January 20th. I see we got Susie there. Susie Clark, she's going to be one of our class attendees, and she's been to one of our other classes. But we do group classes that where we bring people together, and it could be like a level 1, level 2 or a hybrid class, recovery classes. These are hands-on classes where we will be going out and working on whether level 1 driving, where we focus mainly on driving on obstacle courses and making sure that we are using our vehicle correctly and when to use all the buttons and the widgets and stuff like that, to our recovery classes where it's hands-on and we're learning how to winch, how to use a high-lift jack, how to use kinetic ropes and all the different gear and all that different stuff that we can have out there. So that's a little bit about kind of our classes, right? As far as the group classes, we also offer private training where it's one-on-one, and we can kind of tailor the curriculum to match whatever the customer needs. And with our private trainings, it can be anything from a half day of driving and a half day of field expedient repair to a full day of driving or full day of recovery. And it's always, again, it's one-on-one so that we kind of focus our attention and we can move through whether it be slower or faster, whatever the curriculum kind of dictates. So that's our private trainings. We also do guided trips and trail rides. We do a lot here in Kentucky on the backcountry byway. It's been one of our favorite trips that we do just because there's so much that we can do here and we can enjoy. Yeah, Norm, it does put us in a centralized hub. And there's just a ton of off-roading in Kentucky. So we've been really fortunate, and it shortened our trip to Nashville, Tennessee, and Windrock. But we also do trail rides. We partner with shops like Commonwealth. You can see my hat here. We'll actually be doing a trail ride with them at Windrock in February, right?
February 2nd, 4th. But going back to our classes and private training, you can sign up for classes on Facebook or our website. However, for the private training, they are mostly done during the week because we do fill up really fast on the weekends. So if you are interested in a private training, you can reach out to us and then we can tell you what our schedule looks like. And we have a couple of different options for where we can hold the private trainings. So we can come to you, or we have a couple of different locations that you can come to us at. And so, yeah, just keep in mind that if you are interested in a private training, you do have to reach out to us. You can't just go online and sign up for that.
Yeah. Or if you go online and you sign up, then we can schedule it and get it set up. So you'll see a QR code up in the corner. That takes you directly to our website and shows you all the classes we currently have booked or on the book. Excuse me. Yeah, Commonwealth does rock. We love working with Wes and Clay. Thanks, Jen. So that's a little bit about what we offer, and we're constantly trying to kind of expand that, which brings us to the off-road essential stuff. You know, again, we're putting this information out here. It's by no means going to be as in-depth as our classes are because it's going to be really condensed down. We're going to try to really target kind of specific subjects. So that's really what we're going for. And our focus is, cross our fingers, right, that we can do this every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Just because Wednesday night turns out it's about our only free night between, you know, running the boys to sports and working in the shop and all that kind of good stuff. So you know, trying to keep that moving and the off-road essentials. Hopefully that works out for you guys. If not, the great thing is we are streaming this on Facebook and YouTube. So it will be persistent. I know for sure we're going to be able to keep it persistent and saved on YouTube. Hopefully we can do the same thing on Facebook. So you can go back and watch these live streams even if we're not going to be on there. So outside of all that cool stuff, one of the things I wanted to share tonight, because our schedule is getting ready to ramp up, we have one free weekend left before we start hitting the road pretty much every weekend, going to classes and also events. We've got a lot of events that are coming up. You know, it's still kind of cold, so some of those haven't quite hit the books yet, but the next one we're going to be going to is next weekend we will be at Winter Wonderland with Norman Cole, Venture Unknown's Winter Wonderland. We will be doing some demos there. I think we're doing a recovery demo. and we're really excited about that one. Last year was a lot of fun. It was super cold. It was super cold, snowy, nasty, but we had a blast there.
We're going to take the diesel heater.
Yeah, we're going to take the diesel heater.
We had it last year too, but we had to split it with the boys.
Yeah, we had to share the heat with the boys. This year,
it was so cold.
We'll see. The boys might just have to freeze while we take the diesel heater. But when we go to these events, we do demonstrations, and a lot of times we go out on trail rides. So we're actually joined up with Norman. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Starbucks and Bust is the team name. So it is Norman Cole's team. So we are jumping in that trail ride to go out with them. Last year we had a blast. We had some really cool rigs, everything from F-150s to Tacomas, even Tundras. Had a really cool Tundra. And it was snowy and nasty and slippery, and we just had a blast. So we're going to do that again this year at Winter Wonderland. But a lot of the events we go out wheeling at. Yeah, Starbucks or Bust, Norman.
That means we get Starbucks on the trail ride.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I do.
Yeah, I hear
about
you.
you.
So I think the next one after that, I don't even know what event we have after that. It's hard to keep up with our calendar. But I know some of the ones coming up in the spring. We've got the Southeast Overland Camping event at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. And we also, as always, both of the Southern Four-Wheel Drive events, Trail Fest and Dixie Run. Dixie Run or Trail Fest is the next one, and it is at Colemont OHV, which is a newer park, which is down south in Tennessee, down near Chattanooga. So,
and then we have Toga event right after that.
Yeah. So we're going to a new event this year, Trucks Only Gathering, right? Yeah, I think it's trucks only. So all pickup trucks, or it's got to have a pickup bed on it. So we'll see what vehicles are going to be there, but it's all just trucks. And we'll share some more information about that one because we're really excited with the groups that we are partnering with on that. Yeah, Kevin Colemont, super excited about that one. Yeah, Bruce, Dixie Run is always a really, really fun event. And the Trail Fest and Dixie Run are great just because of what they support. That's what goes back into kind of replenishing the coffers for Southern so that we can keep doing a whole bunch of stuff, good stuff on the trails, right? So those will be our events. We're going to try to set it up so that you guys will kind of know what events we'll be at this year, because a lot of you have asked so that you can go to these events too. So we're going to try to keep that a schedule updated so you guys will know where we'll be if you want to join us on trail rides and stuff like that. We're also working with Commonwealth. They do a monthly meetup, not always every month, but they try to as much as they can. But it's the last one we were at, or the one before last we were at, beautiful weather. They had trail rides, and I mean, they had 50 or 60 rigs out here. And it was a blast. So we're going to kind of partner with them in being a part of their meetups here at their shop in Kentucky.
Hopefully they do it on weekends when we're in town.
Yeah, hopefully they can do it on weekends when we're in town. But we really are looking forward to kind of building that and kind of moving forward.
And you get donuts if you come to their meetups.
Yeah, you get donuts.
Everybody brings donuts.
And I can speak with authority on this, but Jen and Ernie bring these hot dog donuts from West Virginia, and they are amazing. So
I can't speak to those.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, Norm. So we built an obstacle course here at Commonwealth
in our backyard.
Yeah, in our backyard, because we do live right outside the shop now in our camper. But we did build an obstacle course, and we're constantly expanding that. So it's a great time to come kind of test out your vehicle, see the suspension flex, and play around with different tire types and stuff like that. So that's a little bit about the events and stuff we go to. What else?
I don't know. You're doing it at 8 o'clock. It's like my bedtime.
Yes. Sarah's brain doesn't work after 7:30, 8 o'clock because it's bedtime. So got some couple of comments here. Adam wants to know if there'll be blueberry pies at the next event. Adam gets fed blueberry pies. Sarah brings him a blueberry pie every time that she goes to the.
That is not true. I went to Walmart today and did not get your blueberry.
Almost every time she brings him a blueberry pie. She doesn't always bring me a blueberry pie, but she brings him one and Wes one every time. And she brings Clayton a pecan pie.
A pecan, that's right. He said it, pecan.
Yeah. Bumping the question. What question we got coming up there? Oh, sorry, Norm. It's not showing me the question. It just says you're replying and bumping the question. So if you can type that in there, that'll help me see it a little bit better. So, yeah, West Virginia hot dogs for the next meetup. That's right. Those are probably my favorite. I will go into a diabetic coma eating all of them.
You will not eat them.
I might eat one or two when Sarah's not looking. So anyway, so yeah, Sarah brings these little fruit pies for everybody in the shop. And, you know, I've been told that I need to eat healthier, so I haven't been getting my fruit pies lately. So the question was classes being more in depth in the Jeep Academy. I would like to say yes. You know, talking to some of the instructors at Jeep Academy is very focused just specifically on Jeeps, right? And it's kind of very focused not just on learning the Jeeps, but it's experience based too. It's a Jeep thing, right? You wouldn't understand. But I would like to think just because we go more in depth and spending a lot more time kind of on the vehicles, that yes, it is more in depth, but I've never been to the Jeep Academy, so I can't say for sure whether or not our classes are more in depth. So if you've been to the Jeep Academy and you've also been through one of our classes, would love to know kind of the differences between the two. I've been told from some of the instructors, but you know, always want to know more. It's how we grow as instructors, right? Is kind of learning and taking constructive criticism and moving forward. So anyways, all right. So outside of that, tonight's live stream is going to be super short because, again, we're kind of testing this new software. I didn't know how well it was going to work. And, of course, I got to learn it, too. So over here kind of shaking my laptop around in my lap, right, and trying to figure it out. But we do have a product of the week this week. And let me preface this, right? So with what it is. Oh, Bruce, thank you. So ours is the college version where Jeep is high school in comparison. Well, I appreciate that. I'd be interested to take it, but unfortunately I don't have a Jeep anymore, so I don't know if they'd let me come. And apparently they don't like Toyotas.
And we're not getting one just so you can take it.
Well, I may have to borrow. Kevin, see if you can convince Bo to let me borrow his Gladiator, and I'll go take one of them.
He'll let me borrow.
So, so our product of the week, right? Let me preface this with this has become a really hot topic item, right? Because now a lot of your BLM land, national parks, even some of your national forests, especially out west, are requiring something to dispose of your waste, right? Your body waste, right? Whether you, lack of better, just to be blunt, your poop out in the woods. So we've got to be able to pack out what we pack in. They do not allow, borrow one of your TJs. Thanks.
James says we can borrow his Rubicon.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm getting all kinds of offers to borrow Jeeps. Be careful, you know, be careful with what you offer. But a lot of places, especially out west, you are required, and you can get a ticket if you don't have some way to dispose of your waste. You can no longer bury it. So this week's product, I'm going to let Sarah pop it out here, is...
I'm not demonstrating it.
Huh?
I'm not going to demonstrate.
She's not going to demonstrate it. Show the front of it there.
I am.
So this is nice carrying case. This is what we call a flat pack bush toilet from Ironman. So it comes in a nice carrying bag, and it actually folds up nice and flat, weighs about 11 pounds, and unfolds. It's kind of crazy how it unfolds. We'll do our best to get it out here, but it's a toilet, right? It's a toilet for you guys in the woods, on the trail, so that you can do what you got to do your business, and move on from there. Sarah's working it out here, but this is Ironman's version. There's tons of other versions.
Right there.
Yeah, there's tons of other versions out there. This just happens to be a very cost economical one. It's got a lid. It does come with disposable bags. Actually, there's some in the pack right there. It comes with some disposable bags. You can also order more from Ironman. It holds up to 440 pounds, I believe. So it's good for all sizes, maybe even two of you.
These are big.
But they are biodegradable bags that come with it. You can order replacements from Ironman. So don't unpack that because we didn't pay for it. So we got to get that back to Commonwealth.
Anyways, you put it down in there and then put the lid on it.
Yeah, and then you can
Pop the seat up.
and do your business. My Vanna White over here. But these have become a really kind of popular subject. Norman wants the camo version. You might have to paint camo on it. You can break it down now. And it breaks down super easy and packs flat again. The reason I picked this one, there's other ones on the market, but again, it's economical. Yeah, Sean, that is a little strange, 2 at a time. But again, a lot of places are starting to require these. We used to call them the white tulips of the forest, but you see people that kind of leave their toilet paper and stuff, and even burying it and stuff out west now is just not deteriorating and degrading away. So it's important. And again, out west in some areas, I think White Rim is one place. If you can't prove that in your vehicle you have a way to dispose of your waste and pack it out with you, right? This is what's important. Pack it out with you. They will write you a ticket on the spot. So again, it's a very popular subject, and really ties into tread lightly, right? So those of you that are familiar with me, they do use the wrong paper, and some of it is not. But out west, some of the areas out west, like where they have cryptobiotic soil and stuff like that, stuff just doesn't deteriorate. So not quickly, at least, right? So things like this are becoming popular, but some of that stuff is crazy. At Overland Expo West this year, we saw a toilet, we saw an Overland toilet that cost $380. It was insane. It was huge, right? And it was heavy and a lot to carry around. So something small like that is something nice to carry. And yeah, Norman, you can hashtag pack your poo. So I threw a QR code up in the corner right there. You're getting tons of QR codes tonight, but I threw a QR code up in the corner there. That takes you to revereoverland.com. Our friend Rob Miller, he is Revere Overland on YouTube. If you haven't watched his videos, they are awesome. Yeah, there is a toilet that's $1,600, Norm. That's insane. Vacuum seals the poo. That's crazy. But at revereoverland.com, if you go and use the QR code, that does give us, if you buy a toilet from them, that does give us a kickback. We are an affiliate with Rob. But so scan that QR code and buy it now. Joking. But Rob is a great YouTuber. He just surpassed over 100,000 subscribers. His videos are awesome. I typically don't watch off-roading videos on YouTube because I get aggravated, but I watch his. They are really, really good.
His last one was really cool. He went to Idaho and wheeled in the snow.
Yeah, so he sells stuff through his website there, and also he's partnered with Commonwealth, so a lot of times the orders are fulfilled through Commonwealth. So at the end of the day, if we're recommending a product through someone like Revere, it's because we know that you're getting something good when you buy it from them and that they stand behind it. I don't want to tell you to go out and buy, from Mike. You hear me joke about mikesbasement.com because you could order something from somebody that I recommended and it may not get to you, or it may be too expensive and stuff like that. Yeah, Matt, we love the version we have, the Thunderbox. Yeah, the Thunderbox. I looked at that one. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know, the Thunderbox definitely is a cool name. So you guys showed us yours. I think it was at Winter Wonderland and how Liz uses it, but inside the back of the truck in your camper. I'm not quite big enough to do or small enough to do that.
I've used a Thunderbox.
You've used the Thunderbox? Oh my gosh.
For Pete.
Whatever. So hey, speak of the devil, on YouTube, Rob just came up. Rob, we were just talking about your website and talking about the flat pack bush toilet from Ironman you've got on there. So we just showed it off. So yeah, guys, that's our product of the week. Again, short live stream here that we're doing tonight just to kind of introduce you to these off-road essentials. Next week, when we do it again Wednesday night at 8 p.m., the topic that we are going to touch on next week is going to be talking about tires, right? We're going to talk about tires, choosing the right tires for your vehicle, and a little bit about understanding what really goes into the construction of tires and all about tires. It's going to be as in-depth as we can make it in an hour. Fortunately, we've got some great demo material that we're going to break out and really get in depth, especially with winter coming, how some of the different aspects of tires and how we can adjust air pressures and stuff off-road. So that's what we're going to talk about next week. But if you guys have an idea about what you want an off-road essentials on, again, send it to us, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, leave a comment here, or text us, email us. Our cell phones are on our website, so you can text us at any time, and we'll do our best to kind of facilitate that and make sure that we do a live stream so that we can get that information out to you, or at least bring somebody in that can. We don't know everything, but we try, right?
And if you join us next Wednesday night and you're going to be at Winter Wonderland, then you're going to see us in person the next day.
That's right. So, yeah, right after our live stream, the next day we'll be leaving for Winter Wonderland, right?
Yep.
So we'll be going to do some camping and freezing. But
wheeling.
And wheeling, yeah. Wheeling, definitely wheeling. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Oh, we got one already. Wilderness first aid. Oh, that is an awesome one. Yeah, we can definitely do some wilderness first aid stuff. Maybe I can get Sarah to demo fixing some scrapes and stuff. Not real blood, because then she'd throw up or pass out. But we'll talk about some first aid kit and stuff. So I'll put that on the books so that we can make that happen. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Look forward to seeing you guys out on the trails and finding some adventure.
Bye, guys.
Bye.